So you talked about that the carnet is good for a year. Now, with a temporary importation, especially if we're talking about just here in the U.S., there's the ability to extend that past a year. How does that work with the carnet? Is there an option to extend it? What if I'm not ready to come home with the goods yet? How does that work?
So the answer is absolutely. There are extension options. It all depends on the country. The most common extension option is actually what we call a replacement carnet. The language of the convention gets to be a little finicky, but basically a replacement carnet is an extension carnet. It's a second carnet that is issued here in the United States. The council requires that it has U.S. Customs validation done by a council-appointed person to be able to get U.S. Customs to validate a carnet when the goods are overseas. And then that replacement carnet meets up with the original carnet. The original is closed out, and then the goods are allowed to stay in that country or travel on for a whole nother year. The thing with replacement carnets are time is of the essence. As soon as you think the goods are not exiting the country or you need to keep them longer, call your carnet provider. And one, make sure that country actually accepts extension carnets. Two, you have to submit an application form, and then what we do is we go to the customs administration in that country and actually request approval. So there is a little bit of a lead time on the application process. So as soon as you think you're going to keep the goods, call your provider. We can see, A, does the country qualify or will accept replacements? If yes, then we go through that process. If no, what are the other options? Most countries who don't accept the extension carnet option actually allow to convert to a temporary importation under bond. So what that is it's a TIB for an additional year on top of the carnet. And so the United States does not accept extension carnets, but they do have a conversion process where you convert the carnet to a TIB.